The Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Couture has quite an interesting backstory. The internet thinks one thing, the brand says another. Let's take a closer look. So you're watching Sneaker News on YouTube. Today we're taking a closer look at the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Couture, aka Defiant. Before we get into the full overview, just do us a quick favor, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. And if you are subscribed, a big thank you, of course. And turn on your notifications if you want to know exactly when we post new videos. So again, this comes a week after All-Star Weekend. Jordan Brand is definitely not hitting the brakes when it comes to the AJ1. This would mark the third overall Air Jordan 1 release of February, the other two being the UNC Blue Chills, as well as the Turbo Greens. But this has nothing to do with All-Star Weekend. It's kind of a story on its own. It sort of leaked out of nowhere. And as you can tell, it has one of the strangest design elements we've ever seen on an AJ1. Before we get into the full backstory of the whole Defiant, aka Couture look, we're just going to give you a closer look at the overall construction. Right off the bat, there's a definite luxury sort of theme to this because typically with Air Jordan 1s, we're accustomed to that nice tumbled leather or that really soft suede. These, however, are a very smooth, flat, shiny leather. There's no tumbling, there's no pre-worn sort of look to it. It's very, very premium, very, very smooth. It's almost like a nice men's wallet almost. The full upper is completely black, kind of reminiscent of the Cyber Monday ones that dropped a few years ago. And like we said, that nice leather goes all the way around, toe box, the actual mud guard, from the full upper to the ankle, everything is this nice, really nice leather. Something that we've seen in Air Jordan 1s from before the tumbled leather phase. So the original banned Air Jordan 1 Retro from 2013 had this kind of leather. The 2011 one had a softer leather, so this is definitely a firmer leather. Quality on the feet for sure. And of course, the tongue even has that same leather sort of finish. Again, it feels like a nice luxury shoe rather than a sneaker. Even the tongue label, it's not that nylon fabric. Now it's that leather sort of flap that they stitch around. We saw it in the Rookie of the Year joints as well as the Sports Illustrated pair from late 2018. The shoelaces itself too, they're a thicker shoelace. It's not the classic shoelace that we've seen in previous drops. It's slightly thicker, a little bit wider. The outsole comes in a full sail tinted, so it kind of gives it that vintage sort of look. Goes all the way around. It's a nice buttery sail yellow. Really nice tint, goes really well with the black. And of course, finally, it brings us to the funkiest detail, which is this really thick red stripe that wraps all the way around the shoe. As you can see, it starts here on the lateral side, goes all the way to the medial side. Basically, it's just this thick red bar that covers the entire swoosh, actually. The truth is, when we first saw the shoe, we thought this had some take on the whole band story. Of course, it was disproved that the Air Jordan 1 was banned. It was actually a different sneaker. But when you look at the sneaker, you can kind of tell there's some sort of band aspect. This bold red stripe almost looks like it's trying to cover the swoosh, but if anything, it makes it stand out more. So that was our honest take on the design. We thought Jordan Brand was going for like an alternate take on band, like the league was trying to cover up the logo because they banned the shoe. They put this red thick stripe above the swoosh. They try to quote unquote cover it, but it actually helped it stand out even more. Of course, that whole band thing that happened in 1985 was just the perfect storm for Nike. It caused this, media marketing frenzy, and the shoe did really, really well. But the truth is, Jordan Brand's official word on the shoe is that it's inspired by luxury supercars and the whole racing culture. We really don't quite see it. Maybe it has something to do with like the fine leather seats or something like that, or the interiors, but this red stripe is again some sort of nod to that supercar, luxury car aesthetic, regardless of the backstory or where the design came from. It's a pretty quality release. It's a material that we have not seen in Air Jordan 1s in quite a while. Even the lining, it kind of has this really like silky sort of satiny kind of finish to it. And what we do know is that there are other Air Jordan 1 Defiant, aka Couture colorways coming up later this year. This is the first of them. Of course, none of those other colorways have been revealed, but you know what, this is it. This is dropping February 23rd, 2019. The retail price is indeed set at $175. These will be available on sneakers as well as select stores. We have a full list of stores if you're trying to buy them. Click the link in the description. Hit us in the comments if you think this is a cop or a drop. In the beginning, we were a little iffy about the shoe, but holding them in hand, they're actually pretty tight. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next one.